how to be in self. The first and foremost thing I believe is your longing. That will take you there. And the longing is the grace of the self within you. When you are interested in this self is also interested in you. Because this self also wants to reveal itself. This is the creation of the self only. And self want to express in form of beautiful trees, plants, and even human beings. And what obstructs this self to manifest? When this human being start thinking that he is nothing but the mind, and he gets into the mind trap, and the mind thinks, mind produces thoughts, and these thoughts comes because of our own likes, dislikes, desires, and we suffer because we have some desires unfulfilled, things happening not the way we desire. And then what happens to the self? Self is just witnessing the whole show, witnessing the interplay of the mind, ego, intellect, suffering to the person. And we are so entrapped in our thoughts, in our desires, ambitions, goals, in this story, that we never look inward. And we miss everything. But why then there are so less people who realize the self and stay in self? The simple reason is that people who are interested, they always get it. Most of the people, in spite of all the suffering, in spite of all the vagaries of the mind, they never leave their personhood. When you have longing, when you really want to know your true self, it automatically happens that you lose interest in everything else which is not true self. And you start trusting your life. Wherever the life takes you, you believe in it. Whatever happens in the life, whatever type of people you meet, books you read, practices you undertake, all of them take you to yourself. It takes time in most of us, and that is good. It is slow and gradual transformation. Transcendence from the person to the presence. If it happens all of a sudden, maybe you might not bear it. Or maybe there will not be enough time for the ego to dissolve. But whatever way it happens, it's okay. So what you need to do, just longing, and that's all. When you have longing, you are not interested in anything. So the mind chatter stops. And you get into your own deep silence. And then the silence takes over everything. But this longing should not be in breaks. It should be till you become silent eternally. So longing is the only way, I believe. Your earnest longing. And it's not that once you are in silence, it's over. I believe it's the beginning of going deeper into this silence, because it's infinite. You were playing as a wave on the ocean in your personhood, and in presence you become the ocean. And deeper and deeper you go, the silence gets deeper and deeper. And you don't have to do anything for that. As a matter of fact, even in practice, we have to do nothing. The practice is to not to do anything. So whatever you can do to do nothing is what the practice is. Staying as a pure witness, just observing, accepting things as they are, not judging, not getting attached to or attracted to anything. Seeing everything with your loving kindness. Have patience. And sooner peace will dawn on you. And the restless mind will become restful. From your master, it will become your slave. And all the disturbance and modifications of mind will cease, will have no effect on you. Leaving you in your own silence. It's like a car you are driving and you forget to stop the engine. And it's making all the noise and getting hot. It is like switching off the engine. Switching off the engine of the mind. And the best way to switch it off is to ignore it. Ignore all the thoughts, emotions and feelings attached to these thoughts. All the planning going with these thoughts. All the guilt with these thoughts. All attachments. all of your story. And then the mind will leave you with your own presence, silence. And you keep going deeper and deeper in this silence.